G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a quad combat shotgun with 25% faster fire rate and VATS criticals filling 15% faster in the VATS meter. So not a terrible lineup of legendary effects. The quad effect is going to make our magazine capacity with the perforating one, which is normally 8, it'll boost it up to 32. So that's kind of like the drum magazine of Fallout 4's combat shotgun into this, which is pretty good. That sort of supplements the fire rate, but it's kind of negligible. I'll go ahead and show you them off side by side with a non-fire rate shotgun just so you can have a look at that. But the VATS criticals filling 15% faster means we could probably do okay with this in VATS, I suppose, which is a good idea for using shotguns because you don't get a lot of armor penetrating out of your magazine or perk loadout, so there's not a lot you can do with it. But anyways, so we've got a hardened receiver on this, true long barrel and forceful stock for obviously recoil control and tightening up that hip fire spread. Fuck off, super mutants. Reflex sight is there for VATS usage too, making sure we use less AP per shot, and a suppressor for using this thing with stealthiness. Wow, they're actually blowing up my house. Fine. Here's what an unspec'd combat shotgun does against a super mutant overlord. Anytime you want to fucking die, Jesus Christ, that's not off to a good start, is it? But yeah, 129 damage I think we had, and keep in mind that adrenaline will be boosting this by 10% now. But I will chuck on the perks, and then by the time I've sorted this shit out, we would have actually probably dropped that adrenaline. I want shotgunner, so expert goes first, then master. Shotgunner is somewhere. God, I gotta scroll through so many goddamn cards. This is why perk loadouts is becoming a thing, because this is fucking painful. Anyways, also chuck on scatter shot and perhaps something like barbarian, just so we can tank a little bit more damage outside of power armor. Gunsmith is there. We've got bloody mess already, so I already had that on, but now we're doing 206, which is a lot better. Okay, so just to record the rate of fire difference is just a blade explosive one that I showed off ages ago, but I'm going to hammer down the trigger and you can see that it fires not at a terribly slow pace, but it is going to be a little bit slower than this. I mean, it's not a whole lot of difference, but that'll boost our DPS slightly, and considering we aren't getting the explosive damage, we can get away with being point blank and just attempting to mag dump this, but it's not very fast. And you might be wondering why I'm not using this with an automatic receiver to get that even more boosted. Well, it's because you lose a ton of damage. If I were to quickly navigate this menu, powerful auto receiver, look how much damage you lose for +2 in the rate of fire. No thank you. Hardened receiver is definitely the way to go. And also the prime ones do the same damage, so whilst we're hitting everything else for the same damage, we just won't get a little bit of extra bonus damage against the Scorch, which honestly you wouldn't use shotguns in an SBQ fight anyway. The smaller bats you can get away with provided you've got Enforcer, which we will be using, so let's get started. Okay, here we are outside of Muties Plaza, and you can tell by the presence of a goo pile there, we aren't actually in fucking servers of the private variety just yet, so that's really annoying. I thought they would have dropped by now. Here are my buffs, and my apparel is all unyielding. Not really seeing too much of a bonus from that now, but come later when we get a little bit shot, we might actually see some extra agility. Okay, so someone was telling me that their shotguns tend to heal their targets, and I was thinking, what the fuck? But no, I'm seeing that happen now, which is a huge pain in the ass because we're being robbed of damage. Perhaps it's just the server and my computer talking that was there was a little bit of miscommunication, and now all of that shit is now done aside. Now I can actually get to shooting things normally. So this thing is actually doing pretty good damage, but like I said before, we are using stealth, so we're getting a 2x stealth multiplier. We could boost that by an additional 50% if we wanted to, but I feel like we're doing enough without the use of covert operative, and that still allows me to grab Enforcer, so if anything does shoot me and I want to stop them in their tracks, or if they're going to whack me with a hammer, just shoot their legs, they'll stop moving, and it'll be all smooth sailing from there. Now, with the extra fire rate and the huge mag capacity, I probably could get away with using this with a without a suppressor. So, you know, when I fight the ghouls, I might try it without a suppressor just to see how we go. Okay, there's still a little bit of healing going on, so that's very annoying, and not a very good drop there. Not too much of a fan of limb damage, unless it's on a bloodied LMG. That's what I want. Give me one of those, please. Anyways, we'll just keep on shooting these guys now, and you can tell, whoops, unnecessary reload number 1. that this thing can do enough damage to those guys to, you know, kill them nice and quickly. And if they can't shoot you back, well, that's pretty good. I think that's Enforcer doing some good work. Alright, provided we get some super mutants in here, let's use this thing a little bit in VATS, shall we? We got blocked out of there, but if we're at low health and we have plenty of luck to throw at our enemies, that's weird. I completely lost my lock-on. Huh. Do you lose your VATS lock-on after you shoot a person? I mean, that one was a kill, so maybe the game thinks I'm killing stuff, but they're healing to the point where I'm not? Okay, that was an easy kill there. I should probably use a critical. Yeah, you can get a critical because you deserve it, doggo. But yeah, we'll see how much that raises, and then if we get hit a little bit more, it should boost itself fairly easily. Okay, that was a critical that happened. Okay, I don't realize I get a second critical. Wait, what? Was that actually a critical, or did sneak attack criticals count? I'm not really sure. I wonder what my total stats are for amount of sneak attack criticals. It's got to be in the 1,000 at this point. But in terms of using this with a suppressor, although we might lose range, we'd have to crawl closer to our enemies anyway. We're creeping death right now. And, well, if we can deal 2 times more damage, it's going to make us... That's another unnecessary reload. If we can, you know, do 2 times damage, we actually end up saving a lot of ammunition that we'd spend anyway shooting a target multiple times if they weren't taking that extra damage. So, in a way, that is helping us out a little bit. Now I'm going to try to point-blank range at chest super mutant, just shoot him in the torso, see if we can't finish him on one. That is annoying. Looks like we'll have to be aiming for the head here. Hasn't quite got the power to sneak crit, although if I chucked on... I mean, I don't need Enforcer at all. I'm shooting these guys and killing them fast enough to warrant not having it. But yeah, so if I actually wanted to chest shot these guys or send a mass them without having that, you know, just one-shotting them, I can probably pull that, chuck that on, and it'll be smooth sailing from here. That's another unnecessary reload. There we go. So now we've got the speed and the pace with this, and you know, if you were to use this thing at night with Covert Operative and also Mr. Sandman, getting that 3.75 times sneak attack critical would make this even more powerful. You see, you take those little numbers and you multiply them even more, and it'll actually pass through a lot more armor, because generally the more damage you do, the less armor does, you know, absorb that. Typically with shotgun weapons, a lot of that is soaked up because of just how damage resistance work in this game, which it's a long-winded explanation, but basically if I'm hitting for 50 and they've got 50 damage resistance, it halves it. So if you're on par with it, it basically halves it, so I'll be doing like 25 damage, and yeah, if I'm only hitting for 7 shots of 8, you might see how that might get eaten up. It's a pretty poorly explanation. That's another unnecessary reload. Pretty poorly explained there, but yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. And I am seeing more and more of this. My enemies are healing after shooting them, which I'm not sure I'm not fucking sure what's happening. I'm not even sure if I'm in the fucking right state of mind to commentate right now. I'm fucking tripping and stumbling over words all over the place. This could be potentially problematic against ghouls later if we can't stop them, so definitely what I'll do with the ghouls, I might just chuck on Enforcer and pull the suppressor off just so we can get them all aggroed and everything. Another unnecessary reload. That's just me and my muscle memory. If I don't see any hostiles around and I've got time, my reloads are quick, so it won't matter. Anyway, still in danger. Thought that was them shooting at me. No, super mutants don't have the brains to put shush tubes on their guns. Where are you, mate? Show yourself. Ah, there you are. Open wide, motherfucker. Yeah, let's see you avoid that damage when it's all in your face. Tasty buckshot. Spicy little bullets they are, or little projectiles, little balls. But yeah, not bad against super mutants. Pretty good. Let's go and kill some more things. Okay, suppressor and covert operative comes off. Enforcer goes on. Let's see what we can do against a bunch of zombies. Alright, they are charged, so what I'm going to do is plink at them from this range, because I could probably get away with it. Okay, you go away, Mr. Radroach. Yeah, I'm not used to having this much range in a shotgun. I think I'd be pushing it even from here with a suppressor. And we might actually get an instance where I actually drain the entire mag. So a lot of shells will be used in this, and I'm still... yeah, that's the end of your fucking run, mate. Both literally and figuratively. Oh, there's ash piles. Good, I'm glad. But yeah, that's a good thing about Enforcer. Just stop things in their tracks. You shoot them in the legs. So you don't have to kind of worry about charred ghouls. And that synergizes very well with the extra large mag capacity of this because, well, you can just keep on shooting. And I think I'm still yet to actually dump an entire mag, but hello. Stop healing from my attacks. That's getting very irritating now. Legendary will quickly kill you. Vampire's hunting rifle, eh? With bash damage. Guess what, Murmur? You fucking getting that in script in a couple of months' time. Hey, look, there's another legendary, but also not legendary thing. And he's given me more script wear. Well, at least we've got, how much is that? 55 script? That's pretty good, I guess. Also, haven't been using this in VATS all that much. Does the job when you crit, but you know, we're not really relying on crits. We don't have to do damage, so and we're not sitting around in VATS enough to actually see that crit bar go up. Sometimes if you bash it comes up, but not on this occasion. Anyways, I'm gonna go quickly get rid of these radworms and I'll probably kill more ghouls. Okay, so the tennis club, child's play when it comes to, is it golf club? It's golf club, but they've got a tennis court. That's not very intuitive, Bethesda. But it's child's play compared to the monsters that lurk within here. My Twitch aim is a little bit off. I've been playing too much Star Wars Battlefront 2. And the good one. I always talk about it, but it's fun. I'm grinding out all the medals, right? So I can get all of these cool bonuses before I start. And then I'm just going to grind KD. I want to get 100 to 1. Anyways, so yeah, keep on hitting me. I get more luck. I should have chucked on Gunfeel, actually. Whilst you're all sort of on the ground there, I think I might actually get it in. Let's see. Fucking gun through. There it is. Don't need sneak. I'm not sneaking. There we go. We'll see how we can do against these ghouls now. Much better. Much better synergizing. Wonder if I can gank him from back here. Fuck, I did alright. He's not... Get him. Come on. Come on, concentrated fire. There we go. Extending the range to medium range with shotguns. I mean, the crits definitely help, but if there's something closer, I should probably shoot that. Okay, why is the game throwing these ones at me? And nerd rage is happening now. Oh no, I'm staggered. How terrible. You can die now. Okay, we're actually able to kill a ghoul without a sneak attack critical from this. So that's potentially causes a problem, but once they're close enough, we get a critical. Yes! There we go. I think we doubled up on the critical there. Still, I don't think I haven't like fully finished a mag yet. So that's kind of interesting. What have you given me, by the way? Where's that? Troubleshooter's lead pipe. Look out, robots. Fucking the inanimate carbon rod hates you now. Alright. What else have we got? Rise and shine, boys. It's a dinner bell. Hey, that's a unique shotgun in New Vegas. I'm always making subtle New Vegas references because I want to play it instead of Fallout 76. We done? Alright, still in caution. Gotta find out where the thing is. I like the dinner bell, actually. I think that was a unique pump action. Pump actions in that game are fucking good, actually. They didn't handle as well as the pumpies in this game, but there was just something about him, you know? I mean, I guess it was just and stay back because that was like the enforcer of this game. Gotcha. Annoyingly, gotta pop a stim pack here because I don't want to be hobbling around for long. It annoys me how ghouls seem to cripple your legs all the time despite hitting you where your arms are. I would accept more arm cripples from these guys because at least that doesn't completely destroy your mobility, or it will stagger you for a second. Okay, a lot of feral ghoul reavers in here. What is this game trying to say? I'm trying to say these ghouls are not worthy of a shotgun of this caliber, but there's 12 gauge there. But yeah, I feel like we could have... I mean, we probably would have gotten overran if there were high-level ghouls, I reckon. So what we'll do is we'll draw them into the lobby by activating this terminal, and we'll finish the last of them off, shall we? I'm gonna chuck on probably 2 ranks of sneak and see what we do against other things, because generally... Oh, we're done. Nothing happened. It's not a ghoul over there? No, I think we... I mean, we were in caution, but fuck it. It's not legendary, let's move on. Alright, I'm gonna put a suppressor back on this thing when we're done with Swan, but one last loud and proud run for this, eh? You'll notice how I immediately lost damage after the first shot due to not getting sneak crits, but it didn't really hinder us. I mean, we used more shells, but we didn't get whacked by him because this thing killed him that fast anyway, so making good use out of that rate of fire bonus, I suppose. Okay, suppressor and sneaky stuff back on, and we'll use the direct comparison with this thing without the shush tube on it to show you how good this thing is. See, I've just shot this fucker multiple times, and he hasn't really caught on to where I am. Now, it's particularly problematic that they are healing off my shots when they're as tanky as that, so I don't know what's happening with shotguns at the moment. Question is whether explosive shotguns can do that. So, quick cameo from a blade explosive. Where are you bastards? Oh, you're down there. Alright, let's see what we can do here, eh? Well, no evidence was found of him healing, so, I mean, that's not enough for me to draw a conclusion. But still, I don't know, it's harder to tell. It's much easier to tell when you're barely hitting him for anything. Alright. Might as well use VATS here, because I can't really see what I'm shooting at, and we'll keep on continuing with this VATS. And we probably killed the Queen in less shots than we did with Swan. I'm not going to go back and check, but it just feels like I did. Maybe it's the same, but despite that, yeah, getting that extra damage multiplier helped us out there, and still haven't emptied the magazine in this. Okay, looks like we've got a crowd of bats to shoot at today, and we'll just aggro all of them perhaps and see if we can't do some good we won't do any good damage, but still just get them on the ground so we can whack them up close and personal with our shotguns. That's exactly what I wanted to see. You too, I'm just gonna aggro you. Hang on, they're screaming at something. What could possibly have their aggro? Not me. Okay. That Scorch Beast was on the money despite me being in caution, so he needs a promotion. He might be the next queen even. Okay, a little bit late reaction to the buckshot, but safe to say that it killed him pretty good, and Jesus Christ, this server's falling apart. Just like my health bar in a second if I'm not careful. Land. Yes. Alright, you're giving me radiation, so you've got to go. There we go. You're way too close, and now I'm going to get shot and grenaded and stabbed and all other manners of nonsense. So yeah, just a quick stim pack. Normally I'd like to have something like Born Survivor anyway on a non-bloodied thing. Alright, here's where I get to use this thing to its full potential. Use 32 of those rounds. It doesn't do enough damage. I mean, I could have played that one better, but yeah, I thought I could stand my ground. I do have a couple of Sentinels pieces there, so I lasted a little bit longer than I ought to, but it might have been the radiation that killed me, considering that my health bar is there. It was probably the radiation. Anyways, this Scorch Beast is still probably on the ground, until I talked about it, of course. That's it. Now shoot your left wing. That should have you killed. Jesus Christ. The Scorch support crew are doing a good job today at countering my attacks, which is... I mean, it's much easier for them to do that when you are using a shotgun because you're up close and personal anyway. And I'm getting ganked by fucking musical instruments now. Okay, we're seeing the limitations of the weapon now. Why am I calling for help? Why is the spacebar not kill yourself button? Why is... tab's much smaller? I have to hammer tab to die now. So I'm thinking without stealth this thing does fall apart, unless you want to be using power armor and jamming stim packs into you 24/7. Honestly, not the best way to play. You can make a stim pack surplus and then you know, not actually get shot all the time, make caps off it, so you're rewarded for your stealthy gameplay in that way. And stop healing off my fucking shells. That's very, very annoying. But yeah, that's kind of where its usefulness ends against an enemy that can just, you know, send lots of melee minions at you, which do more damage when they punch you than with rifles for some reason. Because balance, we need to make blocker useful here at Bethesda, so we just make all of the melee hits in this game absolutely fucking destroy your hit bar, the health points, fucking something. But yeah, I'm not really too keen on this weapon in terms of Scorch Beast control like that. Probably could have gone better if I had have, put some more effort into my gameplay, but, that's just how it goes. I mean, if it was a one-time Scorch Beast up at, say, the north of the map, I would have been able to control everything a lot easier and made this thing work. But when things don't really go to plan, when you do get spotted, when you do get crippled, making you come out of stealth, you start to see the weapon fall apart there generally. So there you go, there you have it, a quad Firerate shotgun. Quad is okay, Firerate on this thing is kind of negligible, but yeah, a little extra DPS isn't too bad. So if you are interested in this thing, do let me know. I'll probably give it away, I don't fucking care. But yeah, there you have it, thank you for watching, guys. Upon closer inspection, I'm noticing that my food meter isn't above 75%, so that might be why I died a little bit more than usual. You see my health jumped right up and then right back down, and that's kind of the weird healing effect that you can get with Rejuvenated. I think it's a bug, but don't fix it, Bethesda.